Let's create a budget. Let's get out of debt. Let's build wealth. Guys, welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be going over this Excel that I made to mimic the financial statements of a business. This is looking at, if you're interested in looking at your family as a business, I built this Excel to help with that. So as not to waste anybody's time, it's basically just going to be going over this, the structures of it and the different things I built into it. This Excel, I will upload it to my course, and there is a link in the description below to the course on financial freedom. If you already own the course, you can go in and get this. I have uploaded it to the course. So there's a couple of things I just wanted to go over. First, as you go along, you have this area that this is basically your dashboard, or this is basically an overview of everything. You'll enter your information in all the fields around this. So what I want to go over here is this, everything that's in dark blue on this basic dashboard right here. You could click that and it'll take you to that area. So if you want to do budget, you'll click there, it'll take you to your budget, and then you can put whatever you want in the budget. And then if you want utilities, this will take you over to the utilities. Enter your utilities there. Credit cards will take you down to the credit cards. There's quite a bit of room here for credit cards. All of these home buttons will all take you back to the top. Miscellaneous, the family bank, infinite banking concept there. Miscellaneous assets will take you down to that. And miscellaneous assets, basically anything else you could possibly couldn't have thought of, can go there. Automobiles, the mortgage, expenses. So basically that link will take you to any of those areas. So I made some changes to the checking and savings. So basically when you enter the checking and savings, however much you want to enter there, let's do this to keep it all balanced. So checking and savings, it will copy over to the next tab, and it puts it in basically the bank. So if you look at this, I had to change this a little bit because of the balance sheet. So right now in January, you have $200 in checking and savings. So we go to the balance sheet, it will balance out. And then in February, it moves over here. So if you add another 100 here and another 100 here, balance this out. Remember, always, if it says no here, that's your indicator that you haven't done something right. So we basically what you're trying to do here is make sure that your cash flow says zero. Your cash flow isn't actually zero. Like in this case, if you look at it, profit and loss, you have a net of $200. That's because it's going into the checking and savings. So when you add the 100 here, and then in March it'll add back to the bank. The problem I was having was, what if you were taking money out? So I unlocked these fields here so that you can take money out of this checking account anytime you want. So let me put in, let's do 600 here. Oops. Okay, so if you look in April, you have the 500, but let's say that you needed to take $100 out of here, right? If you look, you have $200, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 700 total dollars. Wait, did I do that right? Oh yeah. Or actually, that's 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have $1,000 here. So the problem I had was, what if someone's taking money out of their checking account? So if we look at the balance sheet for March, so we have the 200 in January, then 400 because we added 200 more, and then okay, so there's 1,000. So what I did was I unlocked these fields so that you could take money out. So let's say you took 100 out of here and 100 out of here, which will now give you 800, right? You subtracted each 100 out of each of that, and then so now it balances all out. So you got the links, you got the checking savings. That's how you can, withdraw, basically add to your checking or savings account. Just remember that when you're adding to the checking or savings, you'll put the total here, and then this total right here will be if you're taking something out of that account. So every month in here, January, February, March, it has your 3 financial statements right up here in purple. So if you click on the profit and loss, it'll take you to the profit and loss. And if you're in March, you'll just click down to March to get to it. So you can navigate when you're on the profit and loss statement. Each of these are a link. So if you need to go to a certain month, you could just click that and it'll take you to that month. So we go to December, it'll take us to December, back to February. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Back to February, March. I'll fix that February link. Seems like it's. Thought I tested these. June, July. There we go. Okay, and then once you're in the profit and loss, if you need to go back to that month, so let's just say you're in August now, you can click on this. It'll take you straight to August. So it'll take you straight to August, and if you need to go back, you'll just click there and then go to August. And balance sheet, same thing. It works the same way. It has the links right here to go to any month that you need to go to, and then you could jump around. Also, you could, if you're in October, you could click here to go straight back to October. Cash flow is the same thing. You just click whatever month you want. Remember, these are all links to take you back to it. So another thing I built into this was this page here. It's not a lot. This basically lets you look at an entire year all at once. That way, if you wanted to compare the year, so you look at your revenue for each month. That's basically however much it is, and then it will tell you what you spent in each of these areas for that month. So let's say let's go to April here, and let's put 500, and let's say your budget. So budget, before I get into that, budget is basically copied over month to month because it doesn't really change much. You can type over it, so that's fine. I mean, you could type over whatever you want here, but it will copy over just to save you some time. So let's say we had 100 to budget, and let's say credit cards, let's say you paid 50 in principal and 50 in interest, and we spent 800. Is it nice just to add 200 to your account? Wouldn't that be nice? So if we look back at this overview page, it tells you that you spent 100 in credit cards, 100 in budget, 300 went to your checking, 300 to your savings. So you can easily look and compare. What was that? April. Let's do. We got 500 here, so what did we do? Budget, and we did 50 and 50 to the credit card. So April, so we spent 25 and 25 in interest. We did 50 on the budget, and we got 4. So I just did that to kind of show you the comparison. You could see that in March you spent 100 on credit cards and you only spent 50 in April. You could tell. And then the second part of this one is just a percentage of your revenue. So you can look at this and be like, okay, in March, 50% of your revenue went to budget. April, 25 went to budget. 50% went to credit card payments. 150% the checking. I'll have to look at this because that's obviously not right. Oh, March. Let's go to March. 800. Oh, I see what it's doing. I'll correct that. But this basically will give you an overview so you could kind of see, okay, you decrease by 50% basically your budget. It kind of it's just there just to help you kind of see where your money's going and what you're spending it on. The last part to this is, if you notice on the profit and loss, it has your name. There's my name, the Chatman Family Business. Balance sheet, it's kind of on the top of every one of those. Cash flow is there too. When I was designing this, it just kind of was there. So, but that could be changed right here. Let's change it to the Adams family. You could end the year, if you want to just save, you can download this. I would recommend you save it first and then save it as something else. That way you have the original. You can always change it the next year. But once you change the name there, it'll change everywhere on all of these. So that's how you could change your family name. So guys, this was a work of, I don't know what you would call it, insanity, I guess. So if you find any errors, if you already have this downloaded, if you already have the course, just download this, play around with it, mess around with it, test it out. I've tested just about every sale. I didn't spend a lot of time on this overview, but I tested almost every sale. So if you find an error somewhere, just let me know and I'll get it corrected. But I think for now, it's, after all the tests I've done, it seems to be working fine. So again, guys, if you find any errors, just leave me either a comment in this video or on this overview page. I did leave my email down here at the bottom, so you could email me. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this if you're going to use it. And if you found value in this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, I did find that and correct it. And I wanted just to show you, just so, if you download this, it's going to say this here unless once you enter an amount. So, September, October, once you enter your check amounts in here, it'll fall in line and then it'll change that. So again, I fixed that. The problem was the revenue wasn't recording right, but I got that all fixed, so should be good to go.